Just 10 days ago, Karnataka's Chief Minister proudly declared that the state had earned a good name as it was ranked #1 in the justice delivery by the India Justice Report. A report which takes into account performance across police, prisons, judiciary and legal aid as well. But that claim has been shaken to its core. Water poured over it, as it were, because what unfolded next reveals a darker reality. A high-security prison where criminals allegedly use phones, watch television, even celebrate and dance behind bars. Those are the visuals on your screen. Take a look. Today we shall take you inside Parappana Agrahara Central Prison where luxury, not law, seems to rule. Oh my God. A major security breach has rocked Bengaluru's high-security Parappana Agrahara Central Prison after multiple videos surfaced online showing inmates freely using mobile phones and even drinking and dancing inside barracks. Police have now registered a case at the Parappana Agrahara police station. A non-cognizable report has been filed. The videos reportedly feature high-profile inmates Umesh Reddy, a convicted serial rapist, Juhad Hamid Shakil Munna, ISIS terror accused, Tarun Kundur Raju, gold smuggling accused. These clips which you saw on the screens where they were seen dancing and singing and flailing their arms, which appear to have been shot inside the jail, show how inmates are using mobile phones, obviously, accessing television and allegedly enjoying a carefree lifestyle. Well, let me also add, it's not wrong for prisoners to not enjoy lives. They have their own way of enjoying their lives. There is a library, apparently you can sing, you can dance. But what this means is mobile phones. What this means is throwing all the rule books and rules and cocking a snook at prison manual, as it were. This latest scandal comes just months after the India Justice Report 2025 ranked Karnataka as #1 in justice delivery capacity and the only state meeting SC, ST and OBC reservation quotas in both police as well as judiciary. Let me also add that this is the same jail where earlier went viral when a video of actor Darshan surfaced smoking a cigarette very comfortably. Of course, prisoners smoke cigarettes, but that's another story as to how they smuggle it in. But look at that picture and you will know it's like he's sitting at the garden of his own home and enjoying a pensive cigarette, as it were. Amid mounting criticism, Home Minister G. Parameshwara has formed a high-level probe committee headed by ADGP Law and Order R. Hitendra with senior IPS officers as members. The Chief Superintendent has been transferred. The Superintendent and Assistant Superintendent both have been suspended. The government has also announced a new measure, a command center in Bengaluru to monitor all jail CCTVs. Expected in 15 days, IPS officer to head Parappana Agrahara jail planned to block external mobile network access. No officer to remain in the same post beyond 5 years. The committee has 1 month to submit its report. Karnataka may officially top India's justice rankings, but the walls of Parappana Agrahara tell a very different story, one of phones, privilege and deep-rooted rot. Let me now go across to the experts on this. Sanjay Sahay, former ADGP Karnataka, is joining us, and also Satya Prakash, who's the Vice Chairperson and spokesperson for the KPCC. A very warm welcome to both of you gentlemen. Great to have you on the show. Sanjay Sahay ji, namaskar. I want to start with you. Why should you have all those rules of monitoring CCTV cameras, submit the report in 15 days, no outside network, a mobile network, etc., etc.? This cosmetic surgery is a clear indication that the rot is extremely deep and there is something very rotten in Parappana Agrahara jail.
The harsh reality from the video which is playing right now and lots of other videos which are in the public domain, it shows very clearly the audacious nature of freelancing which is happening inside the jail. Auditions means audition. It's not that something is happening surreptitiously. It is out there in the open, and from the Telugu days till last couple of days when it came on the Karnataka Portfolio X handle, I think all these facts are pretty well known. So that's point number one. So everything, and I feel that we had this recently, couple of days back, one BPCL chief financial officer, his daughter died and he had to pay at every single point post the death of his daughter. I think might be there is a rate list there itself. And also depending on the nature of the client, I think things happen in the manner they do. Recently, we had the Sashikala case. And in that, there was a huge hue and cry, and there was some senior IAS officer who was a part of who was a committee himself, and recommendations were given. God knows what happened to those recommendations. Then we have Darshan. Beyond, see, Darshan, the way he is casually hanging around there gives a very clear-cut feeling that nothing is surreptitious out there. Then moving on to, there's another lavish party, I think is the party which you are showing there. So suffice to say that the Justice Report, India Justice Report or whatever, I think India Justice Report came on the 31st of May, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
And on the 5th, we have the Bangalore stampede, and post whatever happened, it is for everybody to see. And now down the line, as we are in the early days of November, so we find there this sort of a complete breakdown. It is not only what is happening inside the jail is the final point. After the criminal justice system completely gets over, and if the criminal justice system is put in shreds inside the jail, then I think it's very difficult to retrieve back.
Right.
All the time when action has been taken or supposedly taken or lip service or face saving, whatever has been done, it is by a leak from outside the outside agency or some officials coming out in the open.
Okay.
On a regular basis, there is no command center, so to say.
Okay.
We're talking about a video command center.
Yeah.
Was there no video command center earlier?
Right. Yes, sir. Satya, sir, I'll come back to you. Satya, let me get you in. Satya, heads have rolled. I know. And this is something that no one can actually, say, support this. This is ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous. I also remember IPS officer Rupa Satyaprakash. A lot of people who are young may not. And also about Chinnamma, A.K. Shashikala, and how she got a VVVIP treatment. And I remember Mr. Rao, the slugfest that they had. Parappana this is not the first time. It has happened repeatedly. The system is rotten, and also Mr. Dayananda's name has come as to he was someone who's, I'm not sitting on judgment on him at all, on that officer. But I want to know one thing, Satyaprakash, how many incidents do we need for this to stop? Some bigger heads need to roll. What are they doing? Are you meaning to say that it is not, if it is in cahoots with jail officials, there is someone above jail officials also whose head should roll, no Satya?
See, these are all day-to-day activities.
Okay.
Day-to-day activities are taken care by the prison in charge. Here in this case, what is his name? K. Suresh is the chief superintendent of the Bengaluru jail. These are the people who will do day-to-day activities.
Right.
The DGP prisons and all, they have many prisons to take care, and he will once in a month or something do a visit. I'm nowhere saying what has happened is right. Jail is no resort, and it is a reformation center. And these sort of activities should not be there. There will be some sort of social activity for prisoners,
Of
no
course.
doubt in that. But not this sort of activities where they have access to phones, they have access to TVs. It's a very simple thing. Let them have access to phones, but put the jammers in the jail. As soon as you put the jammers, the phone will not.
How did this happen, Satya? How did this happen, Satya? Someone has allowed it.
How did this happen? The report should come from the committee which is there, R. Hitendra, Mr. Sandeep Patil and others. How can I say? I can only say what has happened is not good. The government as of the day has acted on them. All the chief prison superintendent, the prison superintendent and the deputy chief prison superintendent, two of them have been suspended. One guy has been transferred. Now let the, as you know, earlier D. Rupa also IPS officer,
Yes,
senior IPS officer had given a report.
Yes.
At that time, the government acted on certain things. Again, there is something which has happened,
I mean,
where
the kind
again
of,
these sort of activities.
she was pilloried, and like how? I mean, I don't have such a bad memory. She was pilloried. And like how? She was ostracized. She was made to stand in a corner. And I remember, Mr. Rao, with due respects to you, sir, if you're watching the show, the way you showed your aggression, how dare you? My question is, Mr. Sahay, this is not the first time. It keeps happening again and again. Just to say DGP Prisons is busy, I'm sure the gentleman or the gentlewoman is busy managing other prisons. But sir, I refuse to believe that this is just a very innocent, like annual day celebration of these prisoners. And it is happening. It should not have happened. I think there is a deeper conspiracy to this, which is, according to me, brazen impunity and cocking a snook at the jail authorities.
I will go a step further.
Yes, sir.
And I think narrated it only yesterday morning on one of the news channels. So I am forced to believe what I call it as the jail mafia. They have become audacious enough to run the jails in whichever manner they feel like. And there is an ecosystem which supports them, or it is ignorant, or it is indifferent, whatever you might call it. You're talking of the technology part. The jammers and CCTVs, I presume, are already in place. And the jammers are working so fine that people who are outside the campus, 200, 300 meters, they don't even get the OTPs. So signals are pretty strong. And the CCTV, if it is there, and it has to be, there is no way out, because that is what it is mandated to be. A CCTV without a command center, and a CCTV without audit, and a CCTV which nobody from the jail superintendent till the additional DG of police sees. It is not that you have to physically sit there. You can monitor literally anything and everything today across the globe through your command center, through varieties of technology. And those technologies are being all around the place. It is not a malice which is restricted to Karnataka. We are starting from the Charles Sobraj case. From Charles Sobraj case, we come to Telgi. And Abdul Karim Telgi, and that particular day is also the same thing. See, if these many videos can leak of a nature and character which we are seeing on a regular basis every 2-3 months, I think this is the standard pattern there, and which is happening with impunity.
But sir,
there is no denying. There is no denying. So one is the jail mafia. There is an ecosystem to support. Third, there is a regular toolkit. Whenever something of this happens, then you try to shield everybody who is around the place. Fourthly, there was a rape case a couple of 1 month back or something in Andhra Pradesh, if I'm not mistaken, or in Tamil Nadu. People were from Andhra Pradesh, 2 constables were involved. Why can't we have a 3-day, 5-day, 7-day inquiry and send these guys home under Article 311 of the Indian Constitution? And there ends the matter.
But how do you...
The message will,
yeah. But
the
sir,
message will go loud and clear.
Sir, when the Rupa, I remember like these repeated incidents which happen, things are not stopping. You are saying that there are lots of measures as to put as deterrent. But if things don't stop, it obviously means that harsher measures have to be adopted. Satya Prakash, that's what the people today want to know. That we, very well said by Mr. Sahay, that the man who lost his daughter and wrote about it on social media, that he had to go from pillar to post, paying everyone, for his child's death, the ambulance, even at the cremation, everywhere. And look at this. What kind of an example are you? There has to be something more than what you said, Satya Prakash, to put a lid over such obnoxious incidents, Satya Prakash ji.
I don't know, it is a touch and go situation, catch-22 situation for me. If a senior officer of that nature, who was a CFO of a public sector, I don't know, he should have put his firm foot and he could have, and someone should build the cat, no? Someone should build the cat. And I'm not saying, there is no corruption. I will be a hypocrite if I say there is no corruption. Corruption is there everywhere. What I am saying is, with a due regards to that elderly gentleman, in that hour of grief, I think the best thing he could do was, chalo, theek hai, main thoda paisa leke main chale jao, because there was so much grief inside. But still, what I would have thought, he should have put his foot down, and he should have made it sure that, again, those officers will not have the face to ask another guy, who has lost his son or daughter. But there's no doubt that we have to put an end to this. The concerned ACP has been suspended. See, as a representative of the party, I can only tell this much. On TV, I cannot tell more than this. Our government will act on those things. But even after 1 week, another thing will come. Sudha, if you again question me, somewhere it pricks my conscience, but I have nothing else other than to put the government's point of view. There is no doubt in my mind that these hush up probes will not do. We need to put our foot forward. We need to make sure jail is no more a resort. As simple as that. Someone who goes to jail should fear. After seeing all this,
but you know
no
what?
one will fear a jail.
But there is also one theory that we are hearing, that there is one theory, and I will put it out as a responsible channel, that what the liquid that you see in their glasses is not alcohol at all. Apparently, this was all staged. It is urine. Let us presume it was urine, okay? Before people laugh and say, oh, urine and all that. But the point is that it's supposed to be. But even then, Mr. Sahay, how did the videos get leaked outside? I mean, that itself is a breach, isn't it, Mr. Sahay?
See, it is all free play. Let's not behave like a ostrich. So it is free play that is happening there. It is the audacious nature you see. It is not only liquor or urine, whatever we are talking about.
Right.
There is a multi-layered cake which has entered. The mobiles are entering. There are variety of things. There is no purpose in detailing it or bringing it to the granular level. And suffice to say, we should not put Mr. Satyaprakash also in this sort of a predicament. The issue is, hello?
Go on,
Hello?
sir. Sir, go on, sir.
Go on. We are able to hear you. Please talk.
Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So the
Yeah,
issue
we are
is,
able to hear you.
why
Please talk.
not there is a spokesperson from the prisons department?
I think we've lost
Hello.
Mr. Sahay. There is something wrong with his audio. Mr. Sahay, go on, sir. Something,
Okay.
yeah.
So what I was saying is,
Yes, sir.
we should not put Mr. Satyaprakash in this predicament. He is a spokesperson of the political party. This is the job of the government, which I've been talking about over and over again. There has to be somebody from the prisons department who should give a clarification as to what is happening. There has to be somebody from the police department who has to be a
Why not
spokesperson.
Minister, Mr.
The
Sahay?
spokesperson of the party.
No, sir, I
batting
know.
it out
I
for
know.
the government.
No. Satya Prakash is usually the first one to say what is wrong is wrong. He's never minced his words, and I respect him for that. But the point of the matter
That is not the point.
Sir, the point
That
is
not
then
the
let
point.
the Home Minister also
the
come
point
out.
Is,
No.
there needs to be a...
Sir, the Home Minister said that I'm very ashamed, this has happened, I will make... How do you, a common person, you are
This
a
should not happen. This should not happen. Correct. So that ends there. We will join another 7 days down the line. And you can...
I think there is something wrong
what
with you.
it
Sir,
is.
there is some network
What
issue, sir, with you. So with your network, I beg your pardon.
is it?
Satya Prakash, the thing is that if it is not, the kind of answers which are given by, the Home Minister, because the buck, as it were, stops there. Do you think setting up this committee, first what will happen is everyone will forget after 15 days. Do you think the government is going to take this very seriously of forming a committee, sir? Satya Prakash.
One good decision that our Home Minister, Mr. Dr. Parmeshwar, has taken is,
Huh.
he has said that, an officer of a rank of an IPS would be in charge of Parappana Agrahara immediately. That is a welcome step. Okay. And unlike other times, when people from the prisons department used to head that, okay, now an IPS officer would head. That is a welcome step. Next thing is, as our senior IPS officer Sanjay ji said, and I respect him for what he said, there are no CC cameras, but who is going to watch all those CC cameras to make sure nothing untoward has happened? So I suggest, to my home department, that a thorough team should be in place, which will monitor what is happening in these cells on a regular basis. Only then, there's some red flags can be raised. And if any such activities are going on, a raid can be put in that particular chain. So, see, what I'm trying to tell is there are problems. I'll not run away from these problems. We will set procedures in place. There is nothing better than laying procedures for this. Standard operating procedures should be laid. on how to stop mobile phones coming in, how to stop liquor flowing in, how to stop all these illegal activities. We cannot accept jail being a resort. As simple as that. And I will assure you that our government will take all necessary steps possible to make sure that all this sort of incidents will not happen in the future. And the IAS officer rank guy who will now head Parappana Agrahara will make sure that all this nonsense will stop on an immediate basis. All I can say today.